Get a little bit away from the movie because I know that you did some work in Haiti, and I recently also went to Haiti a couple of months back. One of the things that hit me is I felt so helpless, you know, trying to help. It just seemed like such a daunting task to rebuild that country. Can you tell me a little about your emotions, like when you're in situations like that, when you're working with these charities, and it just seems, you know, so daunting? How do you, you know, keep your spirits up?
I identify with the feeling. The first few times I went to some countries, I got so 10 years ago. I was so overwhelmed by the man's inhumanity to man, by poverty, by how much people live without, and how much suffering there is in the world. And I did feel completely overwhelmed and just cried a lot and felt frustrated and angry. And then I kept running into people who were actually in that situation, and they had their heads held high, and they were saying, we just can't cry. There's no time to cry.
Right.
And so then you think, well, who am I to be driven by my emotions? I have to take her lead, this woman who's lost her kids, and there's no time to cry.
Right.
So you try to think about just some solution, something, and then you're at least taking a step forward. So in Haiti, for example, I've been working a lot with a lawyers program. I'm trying to work on building the justice system, because I think as I've traveled around a lot, there's so many different programs, but the lack of understanding of the law that actually exists, the lack of application of the law on behalf of the children and women, and you know, everything really comes down to housing. So to try to kind of enforce that and support that. So that was one thing. But it does feel overwhelming.
Well, I thank you for all the great movies you've given us, but I really thank you for all the work that you're doing around the world. Please continue to do it, because people are watching and being inspired by your work.